All right, with it being the start of 2025, gaming handhelds are becoming more popular than ever. So with that being said, today what we're going to be looking at are the top accessories, in my opinion, for the Steam Deck OLED. Now, these accessories will work on the regular Steam Deck, and most of them will work on any other gaming handheld, such as the ROG Ally, the Lenovo Legion Go, and also the new Lenovo Legion Go S. So without further ado, let's jump right in and see exactly what these accessories are. So before I get started, I just want to note that each product that I talk about in this video will have its own completely separate product review that goes more in depth, but you can ask questions and all that in the comments, and I will be happy to answer them if you have them. But do keep an eye out because I will be doing a separate video on every single one of these products. So first thing that we have is the INIU power bank. Now this doesn't probably look like a ton. It's bigger than most other power banks that you will see out there. It does have some weight to it, but this is personally one of my absolute favorite power banks. Probably one of the best ones I have ever used. Now this one has a 25,000 milliamp hour battery, which means it can last quite a while. And the ports here on the top, we can do 65 watts out on one USB-C port, 30 watts out on another USB-C port, and 22.5 watts out on the USB-A port. You can use these all at the same time, but most of the time I just find myself using the single 65 watt USB-C output. But this is an absolutely incredible power bank. It can charge the Steam Deck up to 1.5 times, and I have tested this. I use this every single time that I'm using my Steam Deck and I'm not near my charger. I take my Steam Deck to work a lot with me, and I use it there if we're having a slower day since I work in help desk. And this has been absolutely incredible. I cannot recommend this power bank enough. This power bank does go for $67 US on Amazon. If you can get it on a sale like I did, that's probably the best thing. There are frequent sales for it where it drops down to about $54, $55 US, and that is the price that I got it for. Again, amazing power bank. It has a screen on it that shows how much charge you have, and this thing has been nothing but incredible. And this will come into play later whenever I talk about another accessory that I use that pairs with this very well. So that is the INIU power bank, and everything will be linked in the description below. Next up, I have the JSAUX USB-C dock. Now this one I haven't used a ton yet. I more or less have it for a just-in-case scenario. I haven't found myself using the Steam Deck in a mode where I needed or wanted to have the display on an external display rather than just playing directly on the Steam Deck. Now this one does have USB-C, which is used for charging. It has this nice little 90-degree angle that wraps around the top of your Steam Deck, which I will show here shortly once we get to an accessory that's actually on the Steam Deck. It has HDMI output and two USB-A outputs, or sorry, two USB-A inputs. These are just USB 2.0, I believe. Now there are other versions of this one that have more ports on it and ports that are faster, but for what I'm going to be doing, I didn't need anything crazy at all. It also has an Ethernet port on the side, which is rated for 1 gigabit per second, which is what it says. I have not thoroughly tested that yet, but the Ethernet does work, and it is pretty fast. I have gigabit speeds at home, and I did plug my Steam Deck into this and hooked it up to the Ethernet and was downloading games very, very quickly. It does get very fast speeds, but there are, like I said, there are other versions of this available that have more ports if you need it, but again, I haven't found myself in a scenario where I need to use this. But this is the JSAUX, that's how you say it, JSAUX USB-C dock for Steam Deck. And it has a nice little lip right here. If you don't have any kind of case on your Steam Deck, it fits very nicely into here. And this one is only $30 US compared to Valve's, which is about $70 to $80 US. So on with that, and on to the next here. Now the next, they're rather small. Now you might be asking yourself, what are these? Well, these are 180-degree adapters for USB-C. These I do use a lot, mainly this one right here. So what this does is it will plug into the top of your Steam Deck, and it will essentially make it so that your charger cable will come out right here, and and it will come out at a 90-degree angle rather than sticking out of the top of the Steam Deck, which I will show you. These go for about $12 US on Amazon. These are the JSAUX brand also, and they are absolutely incredible. I love this. It reduces a lot of the strain on the charging cable, which is probably my favorite thing about it. And I think it improves the visual look of the Steam Deck when you're charging it while using it. You don't have a giant cable sticking out the top. I'll show you that here shortly. But these go for $12 US on Amazon. This is a 2-pack, so it comes with a USB-C to USB-C 180-degree adapter, and then there's one, it also comes with a USB-C to USB-A 180-degree adapter. Again, these have been absolutely incredible. I haven't had any issues with them. The charging on the Steam Deck is not affected in any way, shape, or form from what I have noticed. Yeah, these are the JSAUX 180-degree USB-C adapters. So I will show you all this here soon and kind of how it all works together. Next up, a little bit, it's bigger. This is the Syntech carrying case. Now, I got this because I was tired of putting my Steam Deck, the hard Steam Deck case, in my backpack, and I wanted something that I could carry accessories in as well, and this makes it really easy to do both. Now, this case, what I love about it is it's very, very spacious on the inside, so I keep my dock over here, I keep a pair of headphones in there as well, I keep my Kindle in this back pocket, and I keep my Steam Deck down in here. I can also fit an Xbox controller right down in the middle here with my Steam Deck when it's in here. So I do love that. And then the front, we have another carrying slot. These little pockets here, very tiny. I use those to put the USB-C adapters in. And then I also keep my battery in here and the cable, charging cable for my battery. This case is very amazing. It has an over the shoulder, sling type deal, which is really nice. It's a very comfortable bag to wear, even though I'm not wearing it usually for long periods of time. It's very, very comfortable to wear, and it is very spacious. You can carry plenty of accessories in it. And that's one of my favorite things about it, is I can carry a ridiculous amount of stuff in here for as small as it is. It does come in black or gray. I opted for the gray because I think it's more of a cleaner look, and this bag goes for $38 US on Amazon, and also has a back pocket here that you can put stuff in, whether it be a phone or any other small accessories that you want to put in there. So that is the Syntech carrying case, and you can use this for other handhelds as well. I have seen people use this for Nintendo Switches, the ROG Ally, pretty much anything you can fit in here. It's just like a miniature backpack, so it's not just limited to the Steam Deck. So next up, one of the last things is obviously the Steam Deck. Now you might be saying, well, this Steam Deck looks really weird. This isn't the case that I got with my Steam Deck. And you would be correct in saying that. Now this isn't the 1 terabyte OLED model. This is only the 512 gigabyte OLED model. So I didn't get that smaller, thinner carrying case that came with it. So I wanted something that was smaller. So this is the DBrand Killswitch travel case. This is going to be the most expensive accessory out of any accessory in this video, but it is well worth it in my opinion. This is probably one of the best accessories I have spent my money on in 2024. Well, 2024 is when I got it, but going into 2025, this is probably my favorite accessory that I have. So you were like, wow, this looks really weird. What all does this come with? Well, the Killswitch case comes with a few things. This is the travel case. So since I was getting a separate bag that was smaller, that I didn't want to fit my other bigger bag into, I opted for the travel kit for the Killswitch case because it comes with this hard protective cover that goes over the front. It keeps the thumbsticks and any of the buttons here from being pressed or moved or damaged. So that's why I opted for this. I love it. So as you can see here, it comes with a bunch of things. Like I said, it comes with that hard outer shell that protects your thumbsticks, your D-pad, your buttons, as well as your triggers back here, and it leaves your charger port open so you can still charge while using it. Now on the back side, it does not protect the back triggers, but that is perfectly fine, and it leaves a space open here for the vent, but it does cover the top vent. So you don't want to use your Steam Deck while you have this case on. You want to make sure it is turned off or in sleep mode, and it does come with a back piece, which I will talk about here shortly. So to get the front off here, just lift up. It wraps around nice and snug. Lift it off like so. Set it off to the side for when you are ready to play. Now you will notice that this has a skin on it as well. The DBrand Killswitch case also comes with a skin that you can choose to put on it, which these skins honestly are a little bit of a pain in the butt to put on. You have to use a hairdryer, and to especially get it around the edges, you have to use a hairdryer. Once you get it on, the edges here come up around it from the case and pretty much cover the imperfections. So for the most part, it's not terrible to put on, but it can be a pain in the butt, and it can give you some issues. So the case itself is like a rubberish material. The side here has these little grips, but the actual grip parts, it's kind of like it's like a rubber, but it has a texture to it that gives it more of a kind of a sandpaper feel that prevents slipping, which I really like. This case honestly feels very, very high quality, and it is one of my favorite accessories. Now this does go for about $75 US for the travel kit version, and it does come with a set of thumbsticks, which I have on here, because the other Steam Deck ones, I just wanted everything on my Steam Deck to be protected. So these ones also have that sandpaper grippy texture that I really, really like. And these were really easy to put on. The case is really easy to put on. It just kind of slips over. You may have to do some finagling around the edges here, just because if you put on the skin, you might have some ridges from it that are going to try and peel up when you put the skin on, because it is a tight fit, which is good. You don't want the case being loose and falling off, but it is a tight fit, so you kind of have to lift the edges around and put that on there. And it does also leave the SD card slot open for you, so you don't have to worry about that as well. So functionality-wise, this is probably one of the best investments that I have gotten. I also have a screen protector on here from JSAUX. I don't remember how much that was, but you can't even tell that it's on there. It's an incredible screen protector, because mine doesn't have the matte screen or anything like that, so I just got a glossy screen protector. So let's see how, now that I've shown you all this, let's see how a lot of these accessories tie together. I do want to note real quick, this back stand right here pops in and out. And another thing that's great about this is you can purchase, for an additional $8, you can purchase this piece here, which replaces the back stand. And it actually has like a Velcro wrap here that you can put things in and attach them to the back of your Steam Deck. So in my case, what I love to do is I like to wrap this nice and snug around the battery. Now this is going to add, if you're using a big battery like this one, it's going to add quite a bit of weight to your Steam Deck. So if you're playing this sitting down, you won't have any issues, but if you're playing this holding the Steam Deck up, where you don't have any support for your arms, you will notice your arms will most definitely get tired from using this. So just be mindful of that. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at how this works. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to go ahead and put this cover over it so I don't so I don't affect the thumbsticks or anything while we're working on the back here, and it gives me a flat working surface. So what I can do is you can just give this a little twist. It pops off nice and easily, which I love. This one we will, there we go. I just had it on backwards. So it just clips into place nicely like that. We can just tighten this, make sure that is tight. So with this, you can see here, it's going to add, it holds it really well. It's going to add some weight though to the back of the Steam Deck, because this is a giant battery. You won't notice this as much if you use a smaller battery, but since mine is bigger, it's gonna feel, it's gonna be a hefty thing to hold. That's why I say you want to make sure you have something, you want to have your hand sitting if you're gonna have this attached to the back, a big battery like that. Now, one thing that we look at here, go ahead and pop this off. We'll put the actual stand back on here. One thing we will look at here are some of these other accessories and how they kind of fit together. See the USB-C adapter, we have to take off the protective front case for this to work, because it adds some height to it. Now they do have other accessories too. If you have the regular Steam Deck, or sorry, the regular Steam Deck docking station and not some third-party one, there is a piece that you can get that will make this work with the actual Steam Deck dock. make this case work. So, but for this is why I love this, because it just flops into the top here like so. It's nice and snug. It's not as snug as it would be if you used it without the Killswitch case on it, unfortunately. But what we can do here then is it makes your cable plug in like this. Rather than sticking out the top, it runs it down the back side. What you can do is you can kind of start mixing and matching some of these accessories to get a configuration that works the best for you. As you can see here, this battery came on, so that is plugged in, it is working, it is charging that. So if you're playing the Steam Deck like so, take a look here and see that it is in fact charging. We have 81% battery currently, and it does show it as charging. And this doesn't affect the charging rate or anything. This is rated to handle the charging rate of the Steam Deck, both the battery and the USB-C adapter, because the Steam Deck will charge at a max wattage of about 45 watts. So, and then we will see here, I will show you, plug this. Go and take a look here at this. Now you'll see that this doesn't sit on here perfectly. It can kind of rest there, but it's not going to be held in place perfectly. The only downside I have about this adapter here, or this cable, is it puts a little bit of strain pulling this way towards the right, which I don't necessarily care for. It would have been better if they had it in a spot here where it came directly out of the back, right next to that USB-C port. So if we take this off, if we take that off, you'll get a better fit here for it. It actually holds it much better if you take off that back stand. So it is fully holding it now, which I didn't realize previously. So there you have it, guys. Those are my must-have Steam Deck accessories for 2025. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment. If there are any other accessories that you use on your Steam Deck that I didn't mention today, leave a comment below and let me know what they are, and I'd love to chit-chat about it. Anyways, my name is Braden. I'm the BC Techie, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.